So one thing that I found really important about the way that I wanted to organize my channel was to think about the different problem spaces that I'm interacting with in my daily business and in terms of how I'm deciding to move. So, but this is the thing, these problems are solved in a miraculous way. So that's the core discovery of the interesting aspects of reality as it is. So, and things we got to focus on at certain times. But that's the nature of the vehicle. Anyway, this is the potentiality of the consequence of nature in terms of how it's collectivized. They have different, in terms of different not conditions, like in terms of different contracts and visions of how reality should be organized. It's kind of amazing that humans have kind of become a species in terms of how many different ideas are actually happening in the minds of humans at any given time. I don't think other animal species are in that type of situation. They're not. So that kind of shows that humans are kind of on a different dimensional evolutionary plane than most animals. Obviously, other animals are core, very similar, and are also part of it. But that's the missing aspect of the way we look at nature. We're like, oh, it's linear. Evolution is linear, and these are things that are on a progression, and that might be true. How it arrived was a progression, but uh, like these, like they, because we're on different stages, we aid each other in different ways in terms of our active evolution. You get what I'm saying? Like, for example, if I had to say an example, I would say like if you had an invasive species or like a situation where you say something when you meant another thing, in terms of humans being in certain places and ruining the ecosystems in those places. That's obviously one example of what I'm saying. But another thing, a version of what I'm saying is that humans, they are incredibly different. But that's where it's problematic because we have the nature of the wordplay, the word game. In terms of communication, the languages we use to communicate are based on some sort of potential condition that we end up thinking we're propagating. Okay, so communication has different forms, right? English allows us to communicate a wide variety of thoughts. These thoughts are able to give us certain types of uh, not only logical, rational conditions. I mean, those are probably the least important. I mean, yeah, I mean, but yeah, but they're important in terms of as in terms of the. Oh yeah, uh, the XY axis. In terms of our left brain and our right brain, our left body, our right body, our sword and shield, our uh, staff, lightning bolt, and our rainbow ward. What was that one shield from Skyrim where it like blocks? Like if you lift the shield, it also does a magical ward. So like if you're fighting a dragon, like they don't do any damage because you're completely like warding while you're lifting it. But I forgot what it's called. But it's like it looks pretty cool. It has like a gem and it's got like a what's it called? Was it Michelangelo? It has that the ethereal what is it, high elf? I don't know. Oh yeah, it was like a Daedric object or something, right? Bro. Anyway, so yes, the word kind of places us in certain situations, but that's where different cultures are useful, or the reason why they exist to have different types of linguistics and different conditional statements is because they provide us a different type of variety for the types of words we use. And when we have that variety, we're actually able to have a more proximity to intent. That's why AI is not able to keep up with the situation, is because they can't really see the original intention of what people are doing, because it's not given any context until it's chosen to. And when it has been given that context, that kind of affords it a place in a systemic sense. So, but that comes with compromises, and those things change as well because of the introduction of new ideas and such. So, yeah. Did you know that? Did you know that?